countdown too.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, should we hear? Yep.
Yeah, what's good, everybody? Oh man, it's been
far too long.
Far too long.
Way too long.
But y'all know, man, life has been in the way, man. And plus the guys, we making major moves, man. My man, you know, as y'all know, your favorite DJ's favorite DJ.
Something like that.
I'm out here trying to be a blessing to the community, helping them get back in the workforce, especially how things are going right now. Lido is, you know, girl dad 2 times as he as he referenced himself. And you know, Cap is doing his thing with the grid. So, you know, hey, we all out here moving, so we can't, but I promise it won't be another hiatus. I promise you it won't be another hiatus. But anyway,
we got some you know, in missing, you know, certain things happen in missing, and certain energies are, you know, just, you know, it's like a volcano, you know, when you kind of just been ready. Now you're about to erupt. I don't know what I'm about to erupt on, but you know.
Speaking of volcanoes, I'm liking this name right here, Tukfatu, in reference to Jacob. I like that. Speaking of volcanoes,
it's a reference to Jacob and a reference to my dog Luca, bro. The man name is
you did on the pod.
His name is
Luca. You call him Jacob Fatu. So
his name is Luca Fatu. Lucuh Fatu. That is not Luca. Not Luca. Who? Fatu. He's going crazy. Oh boy, Jokic went crazy too. We'll talk about it.
We got that and a whole bunch more, man. Y'all stick around, man. We here, man. Let's be real. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Welcome to Let's Be Real Sports Podcast, presented by Let's Be Real Media. Watch us live on YouTube and Twitter, and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at LBR_media. Also, subscribe to us on any podcasting platform.
What's going on? BLJ here, the best hype man in the NBA. Man, I'm here with Let's Be Real. Tune in. Hello.
Let's be real.
What's going on, my peoples out there, man? Welcome to back for the first time again. It seems like another edition of the Let's Be Real podcast. I'm your guy, Simply Trevor. I'm hosting, man, and I got my alien brother back with me as always. Took, say what's up to the people.
What up, dog? What up, people?
As you can see by the title of this episode, the block is hot, man. Shout out to Lil Wayne. Shout out to The Rock for actually coming out using the block is hot a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown. So we're gonna get to all of that and a whole bunch of more, man. So but as we always do, actually though, before we get to the positivity with the flowers, let me go ahead and just get this out of the way. The Eagles won the Super Bowl convincingly. Shout out to Savage. And the All-Star game sucked. Okay, now that we got all of that stuff out of the way, let's go right.
Nice recap there, brother.
Yeah, so let's go right into some positivity, man. Took, you got any flowers for the people, man?
I do, bro. So again, as I said just a couple minutes ago, we're gonna add a couple new segments to the show. One specifically. And that'll be literally the road to Wrestlemania. Again, we'll talk about that towards the end of the show. But man, just my flowers go to Triple H, bro. Just when you thought you figured, you know, wrestling out, he comes and flipped the script on you, literally. It's been great. They took over sports entertainment as a whole, as a last couple of weeks, per usual. But again, until me getting back into wrestling as the last few months, it's beautiful. It's a community to see that's still getting bigger and bigger. The black representation, especially with the black women, especially from last night with Jay.
We'll get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
I know, but still,
we gotta talk about that.
I gotta salute that because again, we talked about it on 3 the Harder Way, but we really didn't have any black women representation growing up for us for sure. So to see that now, it's been a beautiful thing. So again, flowers to Triple H. We got the road to WrestleMania coming up. Give me a couple weeks, a week or two. I may have some good news, great news, outstanding news as far as WrestleMania goes. So again, give me a couple weeks with that. But with that being said, man, again, my flowers for this episode goes to the WWE and Triple H and his script writing.
Yeah, and you're actually right, man. When we were growing up watching wrestling, it wasn't many black representation as far as the women or the men for that matter. So like I said, we'll get to the whole thing that happened on SmackDown. But I'm going to use that to shout out to black women, obviously, just for being black women and just being the wonderful people that you are. Of course, I always going to show love to the sisters, man. And transition right into my other set of flowers goes to Unrivaled. Unrivaled has been killing it as of late, just with the product that they have been displaying on TNT. I wish that they would do a better job of marketing and letting us know when games are actually coming on. I hate that I have to find out through their actual Twitter account, which is fine, but I mean, some kind of slot on TV to help promote the product would help. But despite that, man, the ladies have been killing it. And I think it was just announced as well that the winning team, the championship team, would each get $50K, which is 100% lovely. It looks like these women are cashing out, man, getting a nice little bag on top of their WNBA contracts. And it's going to get to a point where, one, there may not be a need for them to go overseas anymore. And two, if the commissioner of the WNBA don't get it together, Unrivaled can be something that's coming. So stay tuned. This is why it's my alien brother. He's conspiracy too. I'm Clairvoyant Trevor. So
they ain't Unrivaled for a reason. They it's all in the name, bro. They saying they got a better market, they got a better plan, they got better payments. So it's like, shoot, Unrivaled, shoot. You want to talk about women's basketball? This gonna be us. And it's beautiful. It's like y'all been talking about it for sure for the longest. And like I said, for them to say, hey, we're gonna get 50,000 out just for the winners.
Yeah,
that 50,000 easily turns to 100,000. As we continue to support.
Yeah, and not to mention already what they're getting paid already on top of everything else. So yeah, big shout out to Unrivaled. You guys are continuously killing it, man. Again, just shout out to black women. Period. Just taking over all phases of pop culture right now, whether it's wrestling, whether it's pro basketball or even college basketball in that matter. Shout out to Juju Watkins and company there. But with that being said, it's a perfect little transition. I wish I could drop the song, but I can't because we get copyrighted, but it is what it is. March Madness is here. It is on the way. I'm going to speak specifically from the Tiger standpoint. Just last night, they did clinch the AAC regular season title by knocking off South Florida by a score of 84-68. Of course, tournament week starts this upcoming week, and it's pretty set that the Tigers are a lock for the NCAA tournament. We don't expect any thing less than that at this point. But one of the things I do want to do, first and foremost, shout out to Penny Hardaway for the job that he's done. And that's coming from a guy who was highly critical of him during his tenure. But it's also good to see that things are quiet and the players actually like each other. They actually want to go out and not just play for Penny, but they want to play for each other. And one of the things that I wanted to highlight, and I'm going to give my brother's take on this too. So I looked at the preview brackets and where everyone is projected to be seated. I believe I don't know which one it is exactly, where it's the South or the West, but the Tigers and the Volunteers are both in the same bracket projected here. Tennessee, of course, has had a really strong season. They were projected as a 1 seed, but I think with their recent loss to Ole Miss, it drops them down to a 2 seed. The Tigers right now are sitting comfortably as a 7th seed, so they're looking between that 5 and 8 range, assuming how things finish out next week. But if the Tigers got in as a 7th seed and the Vols as a 2, they would actually match up in the second round, the second weekend of the NCAA tournament. And we all know how we feel about the Tigers-Vols rivalry. So, man, to see this happen, not only just in in theory, and just like any regular like preseason tournament, but to see this on the national stage at the NCAA tournament would be huge, and would probably be a good selling point to get this rivalry back, man. So, my brother, man, just take it away. Just give your take on the whole rivalry and what this matchup, if it were to happen, could mean for possibly getting this rivalry back in basketball.
I mean, the rivalry, it shouldn't have been taken away. I mean, it's not on Memphis' side as to why the rivalry was taken away. To my understanding, it was because of Tennessee and who's the coach there? Who's y'all coach?
Rick Barnes.
Rick Barnes.
Yeah.
I knew that. And like I remember, like that the first year me and Sharky got into sports media, we got a chance to cover Penny at his first his entire season. And one of my most memorable moments was asking Penny how he felt after the Tennessee loss. And you can just feel like the energy. But again, as a media journalist, you know, me asking him how he felt, like, you know, how he wanted to decompress from this moment. That's something I always remember. But you just going back to that moment, it's been some energy still there, not just from that, but, you know, just from life, you know, even from 2008. So if the Tennessee Volunteers and the Memphis Tigers were to meet each other in March Madness in the tournament, all hell may break loose. All hell, I'm not gonna say maybe. All hell will break loose.
It will break loose,
especially with the Vols being one of the better teams for sure. The Tigers, in my opinion, being one of the more underrated teams, one of the more underrated stories in college basketball. It's about to go down, and I'm praying that it happens. I'm praying that it happens.
Yeah, as a Tigers fan, in the basketball realm, I'm praying this happens too, and I pray that this goes well for the Tigers, because I really think that this Tigers team is destined for a deep run in the tournament. Now, I think we all talked about it, you know, ad nauseum when the season started, and as the season has go along, just get to the Sweet 16. If you can get to the Sweet 16, I think that would be a huge W for the Tigers and huge momentum for them going forward. The only issue I have, man, with the Tigers, and it's been that way for a long time, is, man, the Tigers are a big fish in a small pond. They got to get out of the ACC, man. I mean the AAC, excuse me.
AAC, yeah.
They got to get out of there. It shouldn't feel like every team that you're playing against is considered their quote unquote Super Bowl to them. Like, it shouldn't. I don't want to have an expectation. I mean, it would be great for you to do it, but I don't want to have that same expectation every single year where you have to basically run through the entire conference because you're that much better at basketball and you're that much better with Penny at the helm. I don't want to have that expectation every single year where you basically got to run through the conference. Like, you have to do a much better job of your non-conference schedule. And I think Penny did a good job of that this year. And that's kind of one of the reasons why they are where they are now, because they had a strong showing, especially out in Maui, with them knocking off UConn and getting to the championship game where they just lost to Auburn, who was a much better team. But if I'm Memphis, man, like, we got to get out of the AAC as soon as we possibly can. But I'm excited. We'll probably be on next week to, you know, talk a little bit more about college basketball once Lito is back, because he's probably give us a little bit more in depth on that as we prepare for Selection Sunday. But enough of that. We're going to shift things to why I have the name that I have. The name for today is for as LBR told y'all a long time ago. And it's basically just talking. I'm going to have it as Hoops Talk because it involves LeBron James. But you guys saw the viral video. LeBron James confronting Stephen A. Smith about the whole situation with the face of the league. I'm not going to get into it. Check out 3 the Harder Way. They actually did a good job of elaborating on that. But one of the things that LeBron mentioned to Stephen A. in confronting him was basically, don't bring my son into this. Don't bring Bronny into this. And all of this prompted Stephen A. to respond. I guess it was a whole bunch of nothing to things of that nature. So what's your take on the whole LeBron Stephen A. thing, and basically what we've been telling everyone a long time ago about the media and how things are covered these days?
So this is one of the rare cases where I see both sides. You know what I'm saying? Because Stephen A. went on First Take and said, you know, there wasn't a basketball player that approached me that was a father, right? And, you know, given so, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, a father is supposed to take up for his son. He's supposed to, you know, calm things down, especially when things are getting out of hand. But correct me if I'm wrong, Trevor, which is the other side. don't remember Stephen A. actually saying anything negative about Bronny. If
No.
anything, he's been saying what a lot of people have been saying, which is Bronny, could be a good player. He wants him to be a good player, but it's not his time. Did LeBron use nepotism to bring his son into the league? Absolutely. I would have did the same thing for sure. But with that being said, you open your son up to the criticism of the world too. And I think why LeBron was mad is because Stephen A. Smith's voice is so loud that whatever he says, everybody unfortunately is going to listen to, whether you're a fan or not of Stephen A. If you're a fan of basketball, you're going to hear what Stephen A. has to say. So with him again talking about Bronny more, and shout out to Chuck Charles Barkley as well. Y'all giving Bronny more exposure than the Cleveland Cavaliers, who's been whooping ass all season, to the OKC Thunder, who should have the MVP on their team, again, outside of Jokic doing 30, 20, and 20 last night.
Whew.
You're giving a 55 pick to more coverage than these two teams that have been kicking ass this season. And I think at some point LeBron has gotten fed up with it. It's like, yo, just chill. We're going to figure this shit out. This is my son. If he's going to be in the NBA, cool. If he's not, then cool. But like your voice is too big and y'all starting to do a little bit too much. And I think that wasn't just for Stephen A. That was the entire ESPN, really the entire media as a whole. And because Stephen A., who just signed a 5-year, $100 million contract, he's literally the face of sports media now. So if it's me that I'm gonna have to go, against you for, I see both sides.
Yeah, I see both sides as well. And I've always said about ESPN is now beginning to tap more onto the E side of things instead of the S side of things. If
what's up? Entertainment and sports.
Entertainment Sports Programming Network. That's what ESPN stands for. So,
got it.
They're leaning more onto the E side of things instead of the S. And it's not just ESPN's fault. It's actually the NBA's fault as well as to how they present the league to everybody. Like, to what Charles said, like the Cavaliers and the Thunder have pretty much been kicking ass all season long, and we've barely heard anything about them. We don't hear much about the Grizzlies, even though they just got off of a 4-game losing streak.
Leave the Grizzlies alone right now. Leave the Grizzlies alone.
But that was that. And then I've screamed ad nauseum that the Detroit Pistons have arguably been the best story of the entire season.
Playoff Pistons, not playing.
To go from basically being the laughing stock of the league to, I believe, they're top 5 in the East right now. To go from that without making as much as making maybe a few personnel changes and changing coaches, like that's something that everybody should be talking about, but nobody's talking about it because it's Detroit.
They're a game out of 5th, a game from 5th, and 2 games from 4th. Like playoff Pistons, not playing.
Yeah, who would have thought the Detroit Pistons, who averaged about 14 wins the past 2 seasons, would be in this situation? Like that's one of the greatest.
Actually, I thought
the 2 people sitting on this podcast do it.
I thought that would have been that last year. I look stupid as hell saying that last year, but I'm good now.
Hey, because we knew what was up.
Come on, bro.
But yeah, it's a problem, man, that you're relying too much on LeBron, Steph, and KD for that matter,
and the Cowboys,
to basically be the faces and carry this league when you have some young people here. Like, there's no reason that these 3 that y'all relying on couldn't be Jason Tatum, Ja, and somebody else. I would say Ant, but Ant is wilding out a little bit right now. I need him to kind of, tone it down just a little bit, and stop raw dogging these 30-plus-year-old women that ain't looking but nothing but a come up. So I need him to chill just a little bit on that. Shout out to Ant, though. That's still my guy. But yeah, I think overall, man, the NBA and sports figures in the NBA has to do a better job of actually covering the game instead of just focusing on the entertainment side. I'm gonna highlight something to you real quick too, this is gonna bat for you. So, all right, so First Take, I believe it was either Thursday morning or Friday morning. I can't remember which morning because I don't watch First Take for obvious reasons. They had Castanet on. No disrespect to Castanet. Shout out to Castanet. We know. Random as hell. Now, our conversation talking about how basketball should be covered better. Here's what happened. This was the night before that would have made a whole lot of topics. So here's what happened the night before.
Oh, don't do this.
That episode.
This is gonna piss me off.
All right, James Harden, one of your frenemies, dropped 50.
He did.
Yeah, dropped 50 against the Pistons. Shea had 41, which is, let's just be honest, it's kind of routine, but Shea had 41. Giannis had, your other friend, Giannis, 32 and 15. And he just went over 20K point scoring, but yet nobody decided.
It was a frenemy night for me.
Huh?
It was a frenemy night for me.
Yeah, it was a frenemy. That same
frenemy night. They all my frenemies went crazy.
Yeah, the same night that James Harden dropped 50, Cade had nearly another triple-double. You had Derek White and I think it was Peyton Pritchard. Go for 40 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of the 8 games, 5 of them were decided under 2 minutes. Like, you literally have NBA content right there to cover it, but yet you decide to have Castanat on. Why is that? That is a problem. That's a major problem. And you guys wondering why ratings is down, there's one of your reasons right there. I'm not going to go into that whole spiel because we talked about that already. But yeah, anything else on LeBron, Stephen A, and the media and this whole shebang? Because we just like I'm thankful for quote unquote media analysts like us who are able to just see, kind of both sides and just give a fair take and not hound on the Lakers and Cowboys and the Warriors all season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. I'm hoping now with this new deal with NBC and Amazon that y'all actually get back to making basketball what made us fall in love, is actually covering the game. Do what the NFL does. Cover the game, cover all the teams, highlight teams that are actually doing well, and leave the other BS. You can use it still. I mean, it's entertainment, but get a little bit more into actually covering the games and acknowledging the teams they're actually playing well, especially a lot of these are in a small market too. But anywho, we're gonna take a brief intermission and go holler at our folks at SeatGeek because
what up?
We got a lot that we got to cover going forward. So
what up, SeatGeek?
SeatGeek is the ticket app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. When you use our code LBR Media, you will get $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek scores each ticket selection 0 to 10 to let you know if you're getting a good deal or a bad deal. Click the link in the description to download the app and remember our code LBR Media for $20 off your first order. SeatGeek, your route to high quality ticket selection.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one of the new adjustments that we've made here at LBR is for as the Let's Be Real podcast to cover going forward. I've been speaking ad nauseum that WWE has become the new MCU, and it's been that way since last year. Nothing has changed but the year, but the days. Everything is going on, man. We're officially on the road to Wrestlemania 41. You see how my guy actually did.
You got to spell it different, bro, so we'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, exactly. But with the meme mug saw and heard around the world last Saturday at WWE's Elimination Chamber event, John Cena, of course, is getting his opportunity to eclipse Ric Flair and break his record with 17 world titles, but he won't be doing so as a good guy. He officially turned into a bad guy with the nut shot saw and heard around the world. With the Rock.
That's what I thought you were like, what? That's what I thought you said.
Yeah. With The Rock present, of course, The Rock, who since has come back, has really taken WWE to new heights, and y'all need to acknowledge that man, acknowledge and respect the final boss. And Travis Scott, who's just there being Travis Scott. So
for now.
Yeah, for now. I know y'all talked about it a little bit on 3TH, man. Just what's going on, man? What's your thoughts on this whole John Cena thing turning heel?
Man, it was one of the best moments in wrestling I've ever seen in my entire life, man. And it's about time for Cena to turn heel, but I'm happy he's going out on his own terms. But as far as wrestling go, he theoretically sold his soul for the chance to, be at WrestleMania, for the chance to headline WrestleMania, for a chance to get that, 17 title that you were just talking about. And the story, again, just how it's going on, we can clearly see that, Cody Rhodes is the guy for wrestling outside of Roman, of course, whenever he decides to, turn up and appear. But like I said, these are Cody's people, and I'm interested in seeing how this turns out. As of now, I do have Cody losing against John Cena. Just as of now, things may change, but if I was a bet man right now, I think because The Rock is going to use his TKO privileges, and because you do want John Cena to go out on a high note, I think he will again go out as champion. And maybe SummerSlam, Roman comes back and take it. Maybe we finally get the Homelander Cody that we've been asking for. Who knows? Like Triple H, you do your thing, bro. I'm just here with my popcorn, literally. Just
we enjoying the ride. That's
we enjoying the road to WrestleMania as of now for sure.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is the first time Cena has turned heel since, because he was heel once before. He hasn't been heel since 2003, man.
Was that the Dr. Thugonomics?
Dr. Thugonomics, yeah, that's what it was. There is literally an entire generation that has never seen this version of John Cena before, and that's what makes this such a monumental moment. I mean, and of course, it does rival when Hulk Hogan did it back in '96. I was a kid when it happened. I was shocked, but what makes this moment better is that the Hulk Hogan joint kind of came a little bit out of necessity, because just to kind of put some game for you guys, when Hulk was in WCW, like around that time, he was getting booed. Like a lot of people had gotten fed up with the whole red and yellow shtick that made him who he was in the then WWF. So that whole thing kind of came out of necessity. Still was monumental, still was big. But this John Cena one, and I may be prisoner of the moment, but it is what it is. This virtually came out of nowhere. I mean, the seeds were planted from the get-go, but we really just didn't pay attention to it. Starting with him losing the Royal Rumble, if you really want to go back to it. So he lost the Royal Rumble. He was part of the last two. Of course, Jay ended up winning. Shout out to Jay Uso. So he basically at the press conference was like, well, if I'm going to get 17, I'm just going to have to go to the Elimination Chamber and win that way. And nobody just it flew over everyone's head that he just automatically just put himself in the match, where the other 5 members that were in there had to basically qualify. That should have been a sign there. But, man, I'm excited. But, yeah, I'm with you, man. You can't do nothing this monumental and have Cena go into WrestleMania and lose. Like, he's getting 17 at Mania. Now, what happens after that, that remains to be seen. But for right now, man, things are looking up. And from there, I'll transition to the aftermath, basically. So, Raw on Netflix kicked off with a bang. CM Punk comes out, and Angry CM Punk is the best CM Punk. I'm just gonna be honest with you. When he's on the mic and he's talking his ish, it's great. Went after Cena, went after The Rock, finished off going after Seth Rollins. Him and Seth Rollins ended up jacking. Them two don't like each other, and they haven't liked each other, and they're gonna continue not to like each other. So I think I saw someone say they're gonna be in the old folks' home still trying to square up on site.
It's like Peter Griffin and the chicken.
Yes, it's literally Peter Griffin and the chicken. It's on site with them two. Oh man. And then just of course Jey Uso is still building up himself for his match with Gunther. I like what's going on with Gunther and the Alpha Academy. Seems like they may give Jey Uso an assist somehow, something. I kind of expect that to happen at WrestleMania, because for my wrestling fans out there that may be upset with it, Jey Uso is going to become the next World Heavyweight Champion. So just let's just prepare for it now and get ready to yeet and do the yeet dance once it happens.
That shit gonna go crazy.
It's gonna, I swear, that Monday night on Netflix, after that, it's gonna be crazy. in Vegas. I can already see it.
I'm
Man,
convinced. If I don't go to WrestleMania, I'm going to Raw. I'm convinced. I'll already be there.
That Zone is gonna be crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much for Raw. But I'll shift things also to last night. Cody, of course, came out, addressed the whole situation, had the black eye from when Travis Scott punched him in the eye, basically. Basically, just did his little shit like, hey, you want some, come get some, John Cena. That was it. But one thing I do want to touch on from SmackDown, and we talked about the black women we talked about black women on this podcast. The segment with Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi was just great.
You are grateful.
Yeah, she called her a witch with the B word, as my brother alludes to it. Will, and as soon as that happened, it cuts backstage. Jade pulls up in the SUV, makes a beeline to the ring, and basically attacks Naomi and gets her second lick back once again. I'm loving this storyline. I'm loving how it's going down. I think at some point before Jade and Naomi fight at WrestleMania, Naomi has to get some kind of get back in some shape or form, just to kind of establish her as that as big time, because it's going to be important for the both of them once they lock up at WrestleMania. But it was great. Someone said that segment was written by Tyler Perry and it turned into BET Sisters.
Oh my!
I was like, bro, but
stop.
But yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania, man. And in the coming weeks, we're just gonna be talking about Raw, SmackDown. I may sprinkle in some NXT because they've been killing it as well. The future is bright in WWE. WWE is the new MCU, man. But
let me ask you this, Trev. Because like a champion had a little shakeup, and I want to get your opinion on her. Rhea Ripley, how does she play in a WrestleMania? Because she just lost.
Rhea's gonna find a way to strong arm her way into WrestleMania, some shape or form. So on Raw, which was, I believe, was the main event of Raw, actually, for the women's championship, it was Rhea Ripley against Io Sky, with Bianca watching. Yep, because Bianca is next in line for a title shot, so she wants to see who she's gonna be facing at WrestleMania. Io ended up winning and becoming champion to the surprise of virtually everybody, because we were all set when Bianca won. Our minds was like, oh, Bianca, Rhea Ripley, they've been waiting to clash for the longest. I call it the women's version of John Cena versus Batista, because back then those two never clashed, and then when they finally did, it was so monumental. But for me, man, Rhea's gonna find a way to strong arm her way into WrestleMania. I think this is going to be a triple threat match.
I do too.
Now who's going to win? That remains to be seen. But I think it's going to be a triple threat match, because with a triple threat match, you set it up for a whole lot of BS to happen. Because don't think just because Naomi's involved with Jade, don't think she's not going to try to get some kind of get back on Bianca as well for what happened. So by this becoming a triple threat match, that kind of opens up the possibility for that. So it's a lot of directions they can go in, but I really believe that Rhea's gonna find a way to. She's gonna strong arm her way into the match, or they're gonna announce it as a triple threat. One of the two is gonna happen. Oh man, so, but yeah, that's what I see, man. What you feeling?
No, literally the same way. I definitely, like I said, we will kind of put in stone, Io, who definitely deserves it. She's been going crazy since the cage. What's the cage? Survivor Series, I think this was War Games. Excuse me, y'all. She's been going crazy since War Games, and like literally becoming a fan favorite. So to get this opportunity was pretty dope. However, I think we were kind of set on Bianca and Rhea, who are, in my opinion, I guess the top two in women outside of my girl Liv. But yeah, they got it.
Liv, aka the most improved, aka the MVP of 2024.
Absolutely.
Where
my girl Nia, bro? Where my girl Nia? Why I'm saying Nia? Where my girl Nia?
Nia's gonna find a way to be involved in Mania in some shape or form. I just don't know what.
That's what makes this great, bro.
Yeah, I just don't know what. She'll be at Mania. It would be too. I honestly, if they wanted to do it, I wouldn't mind her versus Trish because they had a nice little run in at Elimination Chamber.
My past favorite women's versus my new
Yeah,
favorite.
I wouldn't mind it.
I'm here for it.
That's if Trish decided she wanted to come back once again for another match. I could see them two like as a whole little not necessarily a passing of the torch, but just like a Nia needs to, keep her name up there in the conversation or whatever. Yeah, I don't mind her and Trish because most of the women right now, excuse me, as far as WrestleMania is concerned, most of them are already kind of set. Because you got Bianca, Rhea, and Io, of course, they're going to be in the triple threat match. You got Tiffany and Charlotte. Liv and Raquel are the tag team champions, so they're going to be facing somebody if they're on the card. So yeah, that's it right there. Just
gotta have Liv and Raquel on the
card. Just have Nia come out, talk her ish about Trish, and try to force Trish into a match with her, and then just let them two go at it at WrestleMania. I'm pretty sure they can make something happen there, man. So
we'll see.
Yeah.
We got any more pay-per-views before WrestleMania?
No, actually, it's WrestleMania. I believe it's about 6 weeks away, 6 or 7 weeks away. So this whole time is basically gonna be nothing but build up. Of course, we're waiting on John Cena to make his appearance for the fallout after what happened at the Elimination Chamber. So he's scheduled to be on the 17th. And then I believe he's going to be at Saturday night's main event that following Saturday, which I believe will be
Saturday. Okay.
Which will be the 23rd. So make sure y'all check that out on Peacock. Like, everyone's excited. I expect a whole new aura of John Cena. I expect new music, new gear, new everything.
He gonna cut it, sir. He gonna ball.
Yeah, I need John Cena to get that Triple H, bro. I think it was that ball spot. That ball spot was clear as day. I just need you to go. Just
that's probably why they did it though. They let us know. I want y'all to remember this.
Yeah.
Ball spot. Y'all gonna remember this ball spot. It's gone.
But yeah, man. But as we build up to WrestleMania, of course, we got some surprises for y'all, man. Got some folks we're gonna have on here to talk about wrestling. Just give their take on everything, and hey, may even open up a door to some other stuff. Because I got some people that I got some people that just watch WWE. I got folks that watches everything that is wrestling. So the possibilities are endless. So stay tuned with that, man. But with that being said, and I know this has been a quick podcast, but hey, it is what it is. Trolling all, you're bored. Would you rather? Do you got anything for that?
Whew, man. I can't think of one right now, bro. I don't know, bro.
I have a trolling all, and this is complete fandom, and I don't know how it would work, but I'm just gonna throw it out there. So as you are pretty much aware, and as we all know, the Phoenix Suns are more than likely going to blow it up at the end of this season.
That was my trolling.
We know that Kevin Durant is gone, and it's only a matter of time before Phoenix has to make a decision to where you try to continue to build around Devin Booker, or you shop Devin Booker as well and try to get as much assets as you possibly can. So, and I believe the perfect team for Devin Booker, actually it's two of them, but I'm gonna touch on one. And if I'm not mistaken, he's from this area too, but troll or no, I think the Detroit Pistons should try and make a play for Devin Booker this summer.
No troll at all. No, he would literally take them over the top. He would be my favorite coming out of the East, outside of, I guess, the Celtics and the Cavs for sure. Like, they'll put him top three for me, especially like you give Cade somebody who can literally, like, we see what he's doing with Malik Beasley, and now you give him Devin Booker, who wants to win, especially being from his city. Is like, I love to see it. For sure.
Yeah, the reason I say null as well because it puts Devin Booker back in his natural position, which is the 2.
The 2. Mm-hmm.
It allows him.
Oh, you go crazy. Oh, he just went out on me. Dang. I don't know what he was saying, y'all. My boy just went away.
We back?
Yeah, you good. You good. There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, adding Devin Booker to the Pistons gives just gives them a closer, which someone at another team actually needs. But gives them a closer. It allows Cade to just be Cade. Because I think Cade, since he's gotten in the league, has been asked to do a whole lot. Now that he has Malik Beasley, who's been knocking down threes, and Tim Hardaway Jr., they're both on 1-year deals. So they're probably going to be looking for a bigger deal this summer. And if you're unable to get them, I say try to at least entertain it. You may not have the assets to get them. Who knows? I don't know exactly. But I think you should at least call Phoenix and say, hey, what y'all want for Devin Booker? It may cost you Jaden Ivey. I'm not going to lie. It may cost you Jaden Ivey, who was having a career year prior to his injury. But if you're serious about getting yourselves back into like serious contention, just call Phoenix about it. Just at least call them and see what's up.
I have a troll and all as well, and it is definitely pertaining to the Phoenix Suns as well. And I hate that I'm doing this because, you know, I'm out here and you know how I feel about KD, but the Suns have been playing absolutely terrible. And the Trailblazers are literally right on their ass. So, troll or not, the Trailblazers will have a better record than the Phoenix Suns by the end of the season.
Ooh.
And for those listening, the Phoenix Suns are 29-34. The Trailblazers are 28-36. They're a game and a half behind the Suns.
Are the Suns still in the play-in scenario?
Nah, both Suns are 11th.
Okay.
Yep, Suns 11th, and the Trailblazers are 12th. And
Trailblazers have been playing some good basketball lately. They really have. Shout out to Chauncey.
Yep, they only lost to the Thunder as of the last week or so. They only lost to the Thunder, Celtics, and Cavaliers, which, of course.
Because the only reason I'm gonna go
fellas on 3TH.
The only reason I'm gonna go troll is because of the Dallas Mavericks. Because I think Phoenix is gonna try just enough to get the 10th spot. I don't know. Let me check the standings and see how far out.
And it's crazy because they actually play the Suns tonight.
Believe it or not.
They play the Suns tonight. And the Mavericks got a pretty – they got a 50-50 schedule from what I'm seeing. I mean, but like all their players are down, so I guess I can't say that no more.
All right, so Phoenix right now is 3.5 back for the 10th spot. Mm-hmm. Portland is 4 back.
Yep.
Let's see.
And hopefully I'm saying this just so, you know, somebody on the Suns who, you know, even though they may hear it, they're spiritually hear it. Somebody need to get in their ass, bro. I hope they hear it. I hope this is one of the biggest trolls of LBR history. But the way it's looking, bro, like, come on, man.
Yeah, I think, Coach Bud's lost the team at this point.
I thought he was going to be one to keep them together, especially with them bringing my boy Songs in.
Yeah, Coach Buzz lost the team. KD already got one foot out the door. He just ain't said it yet.
Nah, he said it.
Book he's just there, and then Bradley Beal's also just there collecting his check. I mean, Dallas does have a favorable schedule the rest of the way.
But you got to think like who when does AD come back? And then
he
comes back.
I think at this point I think they're probably shutting it down.
I think they should have gone ahead and try to get Cooper because
they won't be able to. Their pick is
they pick up somewhere.
Yeah, they don't own their pick. If I'm not mistaken.
Hold on. Whoa, I gotta look that. Don't tell me that.
They do not own their pick now. I don't think it goes to OKC, but I don't think they own their pick.
Excuse me.
I'll look it up as well because I'm curious. Yeah, but someone's telling me I don't think
it goes to the Knicks. As a final condition of a 2019. See, this is why you do these kind of trades, ladies and gentlemen, as a general manager, because they got this pick in the Porzingis trade. So the New York Knicks got the Dallas Mavericks pick. I need to see if it's protected as of now. Let me recheck. What? This is something we definitely finna talk about, yo.
So Dallas does not have their pick next year.
New York got it. The Knicks got it. There's a chance that flag could be on the Knicks.
So they got it from the Porzingis trade?
They got it in 2019. This is why you do those kind of trades as a general manager. You set your team up. You see certain things. And you're like, hold on, this team can be bad. And, you know, even though they probably shouldn't be bad, is a chance that Cooper Flag could be on the New York Knicks. A chance. And I can't wait to talk about this shit.
There is a chance. Let's see. So Dallas right now. Let's see. Okay, this is what I'm looking at right now. Let me see. That's for y'all getting the number 1 pick. Which in the Porzingis deal. Yeah, I don't think Dallas has their own pick to like 2025.
Hold on. I looked at them. Let me see.
I think it's like 2029 because 2028. That's a pick swap with OKC.
Sure, bro. The NBA wouldn't do that. That had to have been last year. Let me see, bro. Okay, now they own their first round.
So they got.
I was about to say, bro, the NBA I set that up like they got their first round. That was last year. Okay. I was looking. I was about to say, bro.
But I don't think that pick is not going to be high though, because you can't really tank because there's teams worse than you.
Bro, the way the NBA set up, bro, we've seen crazier things.
We've seen stranger things happen. So it is what it is.
We've seen stranger things for sure. I think that like when the Grizzlies won the second pick, I think they were like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Like lowest record. Like I think that's when we got Ja Morant. So it's like I done seen crazy things, bro. And Cooper Flag already saying, hold on, I may go to Duke. NBA big business, dog. We not finna let you go back to college. We finna find out a team that you can play for with a good fan base, or at least one that we can sell you for. And we're gonna rock there. And with the Mavericks doing they 8%, ticket prices, and they know they ain't got no loyal fan base. You're gonna have to pull something.
So we were fortunate for Dallas. They do have their own pick because last year's pick was the one that went to the Knicks.
Was the one that went to I was like, hold on.
Yeah, because it would have either been last year's pick or this year's pick. If it was this year's pick, I was like, man. So they got their own pick. They don't have a second. They got their own first. They don't have a pick in 2027. That was from the PJ Washington trade. Or they don't have Dallas could be bad for a good little minute. And then, like I said, by 2028, if they not really good, that's a pick swap with OKC. So, like, Sam Presti does it again, bro. So, Dallas can't, so I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen with Dallas, bro? Like
Sam Presti, man. If Sam Presti start winning championships, he'll take my shit is from, what's my boy, Larry? Not Larry, Jerry.
Yeah,
that's the greatest GM because that boy crazy thing.
Because they finna have a top because OKC's finna have a top pick this year.
Yes,
with Philly being bad because OKC got a first round pick. I swear at the bare minimum to at least 2030. That's crazy.
That is what great front office.
That is great front office work. I swear to you guys, like everybody,
legendary. They just got to start winning.
Yeah, they gotta get it done. They gotta get it done, and I think they can.
They can. And it's like you put your team on a timeline. I was like, you don't have to get it done now because they're so young, but you got to learn what winning feels like. And this is that season where if you lose in the first round, it's some head scratching going on.
Yeah, because then you put pressure on Sam Presti to kind of maybe try to make a move to try to get a third quality guy there. That's gonna cost you some of those.
Katie.
KD is a possibility.
I put into the universe Shet for KD. I put into that. I don't care what people say about Shet. I don't care. I know what he is, but I see this team without Shet, with Hart and
hard sign, yeah.
Shea and Kevin Durant would take your team to the NBA Finals.
I would. That's
trolling out. There we go. Trolling out. This is what this is.
Okay, let's do it.
Trolling out. I'll put this out into the universe, bro. I'll put it out there. You want KD want to retire a good guy, outside of John Cena. Like, come on, you gonna go back to where it started. You're the Thunder literally right there. And if they don't win, you can be the reason why they win. And I know the potential Shaq got cool. Let this potential go somewhere else. You got a team full of dogs who are young, but they're literally ready to win right now. You need somebody, Memphis. You need somebody that can put your team over the hump.
Oh, I told you in the group meet. I said if Memphis doesn't get out of the first round this year, you need to be all in on KD.
And I'm nervous about that.
And I got to address this. I saw someone said, well, he's turned down Memphis twice because of the smaller markets, but it's going to get to a point where these all the good teams right now, outside of the Lakers, who's been killing it, the Celtics, everybody's all the good teams are small markets now. So that whole small market thing is out the window. It's like, bro, do you actually want to win? Charlotte now, KD makes. I think it does. I really think it does. The only question I have is, yes, it's definitely gonna cost you Chet. It is 100% gonna cost you Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren, I believe, will go back home per se.
Is that where you're from?
I think he's from Seattle or something like that. But no, I use the quotation. Technically, he'll go back home, but back on the West Coast. The reason
Minnesota.
That's a good one to think about. I think to answer your question, no. I think adding KD to what they already have does make them serious championship contenders. My only pushback is if I'm the Thunder, if I'm gonna spend that much on Kevin Durant, I can possibly get somebody better because someone else could potentially hit the market.
And I like where you're going with that, but in the role that Kevin Durant can do, who's gonna do it better? Because what else do you need? You got a team full of defenders. You good on defense. You great on. You outstanding on defense. So here's you need another one.
And I know we kind of been on the whole Phoenix thing, but it's pretty much a team of interest. So if you're the Thunder, which would you rather have? Would you rather have 2 years of KD or another 5 years of Devin Booker?
2 years of KD, one because of the story and him being able to come back and really impact OKC positive, and two, Kevin Durant would take that pay cut that LeBron would be taking. Because in my opinion, the Lakers can get another star next year or over the summer if LeBron decides to take.
The Lakers gonna be making some serious.
Kevin Durant. So with OKC, he'll take that $20 million, and I think that's where Kevin Durant is anyway. He's 34, 35, 36. He don't need that much money anymore. Find me a situation that best fits what I need, where I can go in and just score.
I'm gonna be honest. Until I see him actually do it, I think he's gonna be looking for another payday. Because why? Why not?
It is Kevin Durant, though. It is Kevin Durant.
At this point, why not? Because KD is still, because unlike Paul George, who's gotten paid, unlike Jimmy Butler, who's getting more than Steph, and no disrespect, Jimmy Butler has been almost like a glove fit for Golden State right now. That's why they're killing it. But unlike those two, unlike Philly, who just gave Paul George $200 million, and Jimmy Butler who got his extension, Kevin Durant can still get it done.
Right.
So I honestly, that's one of the reasons why I asked that, because I believe KD has another year on his deal. So you trade for him in the offseason, you get that one season, and then he's back on the market. And with how things are going now,
like a 2-year extension. You know,
2
that's
years,
all you really need is 2 years. 3
at the most. Yeah,
3 at the most. That's all you need.
I
Kevin
don't
Durant
know. I
needs
mean,
3.
because my thing is, all right, because even with that, because that means you got to pay him. Okay, Shea is already locked up.
Jalen Williams already locked up.
Jalen Williams is not locked up.
Jalen Williams not locked up. He'll get locked up. No pun intended. Shout out Jalen Williams.
you got to, because I think
Hold on, I
don't know if it's at the end of this season or the end of the next season. He comes off his rookie deal. So
let me see.
now if he's already locked up, then that's on me for not.
No, you're right. He's still on his rookie deal, and he's gonna get paid. But I think at this point, like KD will know that though. And I think they'll work that out, bro. Hold on. Whoa, let's see. Jalen Williams contract. No, Jalen Williams locked up to 2027.
Oh, so he's okay.
2020 was it 27, 28? That's when he'll be a free agent. He got to play
so he got hit. So good job. Okay,
3 years.
Good job.
Like you're not even paying him $10 million.
Ooh,
that's one of the best. I need to bring that on 3CA. This is why I love you, Trevor. This is one of the best contract, easily the best contract in the NBA right now.
Damn.
Granted, it's gonna get way up there with it. He's gonna deserve it, but at that time, you know what you have with KD.
Deal.
That is you gotta pay. You give KD Shaq money. Half, if that. Not I ain't gonna say half. You give him a little bit less than Shaq money. Like it works out, Trevor. Trust me, bro.
No, I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying it doesn't work out. I'm with you. My thing is, it's like, all right, them three. Because if you're gonna have KD for 3 years, let's just say he's there. If you trade for him, you got him for 3 years. You gotta cash out with at least one chip in them 3 years.
That's all you need.
Because if you don't, and let's just say KD calls it a career, now where are you? Because you may you'll still have, I guess, Jalen Williams. I guess you'll still have Shea. They more than likely gonna be looking for a second payday, if not sooner. You gave up some assets. You more than likely gave up assets to get KD. So I mean, it's a nice little all-in move, and I respect all-in moves, whether they fail or they work, because you at least tried to do something. So.
And Trev, how many first rounders do you think you got to trade if you trade shit? Not too many. Not too many.
I would Chet
and maybe a first rounder for Kevin Durant.
Chet, another player that may if they have to throw another player in to make the money match. Of course, your upcoming first in either 2 seconds or the first in the not the next year, because you can't trade back to back first.
Mm-hmm.
So if they did it now, so like they can do like a 27 and either 27 and 29, or you can do a 26 first, and then the pick swap that you got with Dallas in 2028. So that's a possibility. Because 9 out of 10, that 2028 pick, unless Dallas just completely turns it around and they're completely good, they're more likely going to be a lottery team, and it's going to suck when that pick has to go to OKC because of the pick swap. But yeah, man, I'm with it. I think it could work, and it's one of the reasons why you had them on your list originally. So I hate, unfortunately, that it didn't work out for Dallas, because I think Dallas would have been perfect for him. Because
hell no, I don't want but none of my favorite players touching Dallas. The hell out of Dallas.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Here's because Dallas already has that 1-2 year window anyway, and this is prior to all the injuries and after the Luka trade. So you trade, and I showed this to Sheedy on Twitter. So you trade Gafford, who you were probably going to trade anyway. Gafford, PJ, Clay, and 3 firsts for KD.
Here's the thing, Trev. You said they got a 1 to 2 year window. Nico Harrison got a 1 to 2 more weeks to be in that period.
If there was a move, and again, this was prior to the injuries. Obviously, the thing's gonna be different. If there was a move that would have put him back in good graces, it would have been this one here for KD. Yeah, because then you run a 5 with Kyrie. You can find a 2 guard that can probably be a 3-and-D or shoot.
Clay, that's disrespectful.
No, because Clay would have to be in the deal just to make the money.
So? Okay,
yeah, Clay would have to be in the deal to make the money.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have Kyrie. If you decide to sign Clay back with pennies on the dime, you can get Clay or someone like Malik Beasley or Tim Hardaway Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Run KD at the 3, Anthony Davis at the 4, and then when he gets healthy, you got Derek Lively at the 5. Your bench is already set. You got Jaden Harvey, who's a spark plug, who can get it going at any point in time. You got Spencer Dinwiddie, who can be your backup point. And you just fill out the roster with wherever you need, veterans-wise. That gives you that 2 to 3 year window that Dallas pretty much would have had anyway to try to max things out. And honestly and truthfully, KD, Kyrie, and AD as a big 3, barring injury, is pretty scary.
Which is big, which is key.
Yeah, would have been scary, but the injuries happened and all that just went up in smoke. So it's what it is.
And it's not like, and God, I'm not putting this on anybody, but it was like, based on who they've been, LBR commandment, it was bound to happen. Like it was bound for them to miss games. I didn't expect Kyrie to get an ACL tear, so big. Blessings to Kyrie and hope he get well safely. But it was about time for both of them to miss games. They both been playing well, and Kyrie been playing the most minutes in the league.
Yeah. All right, last thing, and we're gonna get up out of here because this has been a hell of a conversation. I love it.
Absolutely, bro.
to play on your theory about Dallas,
poverty franchise, get the hell out.
Do you think they're moving to Vegas?
Yes. I presented a case on,
and that's why I asked, because of your case.
It's like people for listeners, it's like, oh, you got his conspiracy hat on, but then you start seeing reports on like they actually wanted to continue to bring up the casino to Dallas, and it I like it. I mean, the Vegas Mavericks?
They'll probably change the name of the team, but
man, but that's Dallas has been so historic in like the NBA. It's gonna hurt, but because NBA is big business now, and betting is big business, great big business now, it's bound to happen. So some team is bound to get their hearts broken.
Hey, Dallas will be all right. They got the Cowboys.
Yeah, they got the Cowboys, and finally do something with that damn high school that the Mavericks playing at. Like, have you seen that stadium, bro? That stadium looked just like a big ass high school.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yes, yes, it's terrible, especially when American Airlines, one of the biggest flight airlines in the nation. Why you can't upgrade your center?
Honestly, I hate to say this because I enjoyed my time down there, but the Superdome can use a slight upgrade in New Orleans. I was there I was there for Wrestlemania, which was that 34, which was in New Orleans that year. So yeah, it can use
WrestleMania next year. What you just said, they're gonna have to do something, right?
I'm thinking about.
I ain't no thinking about it. It's already in my schedule.
I'll try. The reason I'm saying this is I know eventually they are coming to Nashville. They just gotta hurry up and get. They just gotta hurry up and get Nissan Stadium and get their upgrades done, because SummerSlam was there back in 2022 and I went, so I know the possibilities there. So my thing is, do I wait on that, or do I just say screw it and we pull up in New Orleans?
Both
2 nights.
Both of them, bro. We here now, bro. We grown. We ain't got
Well,
no
that'll
kids.
be 2026. That'll be 2026 and beyond. Because one of my 2025 goals was to cut back on the ethically ball spending.
Okay. Hey, 2027. I already told the fellas. The
All-Star the All-Star game in Phoenix. I'm definitely pulling up.
I need y'all out here, bro.
All right, man. But anything else that we got to give to the people before we get up out of here?
Big salute to all the other podcasts as well on the network as well, bro. Like continuously holding it down. Make sure our listeners are staying engaged for sure, bro. So just salute to everybody that's on the network for sure.
Oh, 100%. We need our third member of the bloodline to fall in line and let us and let us go and do this thing justice like we supposed to. Jeans, you know exactly I'm talking to you.
James been ducking us, man.
The streets need us on here, man, to talk about this. I'm not gonna call it something. I'm just gonna call it the new MCU that's been transpiring.
I like it.
Yeah, but yeah. Shout out to all the networks as part of LBR. Let's Be Real Gaming is gonna be backing up in effect. I haven't dropped anything in a while, but I got stuff on the barn burner, including me and my guy here in the wreck getting buckets. And I had to do it in the most recent one that I'm dropping. I had to do it for my guy because he asked me for it when he called me. He says, "Yo, Trail, we need one." I said, "What you need?" Man, we need a small forward or a power forward. I said, "All right, bro. Paul George or KD." He's like,
"Nigga, what kind of question is that?"
You already know what's up. And I was just gonna say, we got some dubs. And I got some KDS buckets to the point.
Man, it was fine, bro.
It was fun.
We gonna find another network. We need like a media 2K league. I might actually look into that. But like a media, like all these like people that talk sports. Let's see if you can bag it up. Hey, Devin Walker, let's see if you can bag this shit up, bro.
Oh,
I done played with Devin before. I played with Devin. What's up, bro? What's up?
We here.
What's
we
up?
trying to, hey, you can play with us or against us. Just let us know, Devin, because we trying to get buggers out here, man. But with that being said, y'all, man, appreciate y'all rocking with us on today, man. Hour and 6 minutes, but hey, we just vibing, man, like we always do. Had to give y'all something of this magnitude since we've been out for a while, but next week we almost back in full effect. Lito will be back next week, so we good. So. But anyway, man, of course, you can follow me on Twix pretty much at the Art of Trevor, as you can see here, and spell it exactly as you see it here. Your favorite DJ's favorite DJ. Talk to the people.
Yes, sir. At Tab Shakir, man. It's wedding season out here, so you know it's turning up out here, kind of locked in on some ish. But yeah, it's been fun. God is good. You know, we on the road to WrestleMania, so we're gonna just keep asking for blessings, receiving blessings, and giving blessings.
Hey, you know, you'll be surprised what we got popping up next. I'm just letting you know now. But anywho, till next time, y'all. Peace.
Peace out.